A shake-up in the Indonesian government, President Prabowo Subianto firing his finance and security ministers, signalling a major shift in cabinet strategy. The reshuffle coming after 2 weeks of deadly protests across the country. The well-regarded Finance Minister Shri Molyani Indrawati has been replaced by Prabowo Yudi Sadiwa amid fears of an economic slowdown in Southeast Asia's largest economy. Mr. Prabowo has promised to find ways to boost the economy, saying 8% growth is not impossible. He adds that he will push for more involvement in the economy by both the public and the private sector. Shri Molyani was one of Indonesia's longest-serving finance ministers and worked under 3 presidents. Her first stint in 2005 under former President Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono. She's also responsible for reforming the tax system and is known for her role in steering Indonesia's economy through several crises, including the global financial crisis and the COVID-19 pandemic. In between her first and second stints, she also served as a managing director of the World Bank. But she became a source of public anger after her residence was stormed and looted during protests. She reportedly requested to step down after that incident. Indonesia's coordinating politics and security minister Budi Gunawan has also been replaced. No successor has been named, with Defence Minister Shafri Samsudin stepping in as interim replacement. 3 other key posts also rattled. Minister of Protection of Indonesian Migrant Workers Abdul Kading will be replaced by Mukhtaruddin. Minister of Cooperatives Budi Ari will be replaced by Ferry Yuliantono. And Minister of Youth and Sports Dito Aryo Tejo will also be replaced, although his successor has yet to be announced. A new ministry, the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah, has also been established and will be headed by Muhammad Irfan Yusuf. This political shake-up coming after 2 weeks of protest, demonstrators holding rallies against economic inequality, including calls for a fairer tax system, anger mounting further after a paramilitary police vehicle ran over a delivery driver, killing him. Nearly 600 people are still in detention over their roles in these protests. And we're joined by CNA's Chandni Vatvani. She's reporting live from Jakarta. Chandni, as we mentioned, some strategy behind this shake-up in cabinet. 2 key positions affected. Those are the Minister for Political and Security Affairs, and of course, as we mentioned, the Finance Ministry. What are the reasons specifically for changes to those positions?
Well, Wesu, it's hard to pinpoint any one specific reason for why this reshuffle has taken place. However, prior to the inauguration of the new ministers, State Secretary Prasetyo Hadi explained that the cabinet reshuffle was partly to follow up on the establishment of the new Hajj and Umrah ministry, as well as the fact that President Prabowo had evaluated various aspects of state administration, which then led to this decision of replacing some of his ministers. Now, when pressed by reporters after the press conference, Mr. Prasetyo stated that the cabinet reshuffle was based on many factors. Now, while he didn't elaborate, he did acknowledge that one of those factors was tied to the recent demonstrations that we saw last month. Remember, weeks of protest and unrest called for reform on a number of issues, including a fairer tax system. So during the protests, looters had even broken into Shri Molyani's home as she became the focus of public anger. Now, Shri Molyani Indrawati was one of Indonesia's longest-serving finance ministers and had worked under 3 presidents, as you mentioned there, even serving as a managing director of the World Bank. Replacing her is economist Prabowo Yudi Sadiwa, who has been head of the Indonesia Deposit Insurance Corporation since 2020. The new Minister for Political and Security Affairs, meanwhile, has not been officially named yet. We have instead an interim minister in Shafri Samsudin, who is also Indonesia's current defense minister. Now, at the end of August, in the midst of the Jakarta protests, Mr. Shafri had said that the president strongly emphasized to the military and police to remain solid, to work together, and to not hesitate in taking measured steps to maintain national stability.
Chandni, if we are unable to pin down exactly why these changes have been made, would we be on more certain ground if we look ahead to what the implications might be of these changes to Indonesia's cabinet?
Well, according to analysts here in Jakarta, they are saying that the reshuffle could potentially indicate a number of things, given that not all of the reasons were made public by President Prabowo or his cabinet secretary. Some analysts are saying that this reshuffle marks the consolidation of the president and his administration in setting national priorities going forward. They're saying that aside from the demonstrations, the reshuffle was also influenced perhaps by performance considerations and the need as well to strengthen cabinet solidarity at this time and sort of the reining in of political parties in his coalition, if you will, even closer at this time.
And thanks to Chandni Vatvani speaking to us there live from Jakarta.